She quit too early and it cost her. Can you relate to this? You miss out on something big because you quit just a little bit too early. Well, you might not ever find out, because if you had kept drilling for gold, you would have found it, but you quit too early and you never know. So that's why you gotta keep going on something that's important. Welcome in, fam, much love, Trav here. Now I'm gonna tell you a personal story of something that just happened, and I'm gonna tell you a historical story of something that just happened, so you understand why you gotta keep going on the important things. So we run a farmer's market. I run a farmer's market on Saturday, and here on the farm, and we have one other vendor who comes. The last 2 weeks had been a little bit slow, especially for this other vendor, and she decided it's kind of, when you speculate why it's slow, like why are these 2 weeks slow? Is it because it's the end of the month? Is it because there's a change in the market? Why? And she decided, hey, I'm just gonna take the next week off. I'm gonna quit for a minute because it's been worth my time, but recently it's not been worth my time. And guess what happened in the third week that just happened? We normally do 1,000, we did 2,000. There were so many people, it was so busy, and everyone was asking where she was. So she should have been there, and she would have made a killing, and she would have realized that, hey, it's just random. If this is important to you, maybe you should keep going and not try to explain like why one week is better than the next. And she got a week off to chill, and she'll be back, and I'm gonna tell her what happened, and she can draw her own conclusions from it. But the conclusion I drew from that is she quit just too early, and it cost her. Now, a historical example of this, one of you might know the story better than me, and I'd love to hear in the comments. But basically, this is Edison era time, late 1800s. A guy bought some land to search for gold, and he quit drilling like a foot before finding the vein, sold the land, and the next person just picked up drilling where he left off, and is millions of dollars in gold. And the lesson there is, I should have kept going. Like, that's so painful lesson. Can you even imagine where you had this land and you're a foot away from making so many millions of dollars, and instead you sold out and you had to do something else with your life? However, the cool thing about that story is, in this case, the guy went on to he learned from it. He went and he worked for Thomas Edison, and he went and made sales for Thomas Edison, and he became Thomas Edison's greatest salesman, and he made a lot of money. And he told that story to people of, hey, don't quit, keep on going. You don't want to be like I was, where I gave up just a little bit too early. So just keep coming with us, and let's make it happen. So he did that, and he learned from the lesson. So what I want you to think about is, Barney's always on me. What I want you to think about is making, on the important things, just not quit too early. It's like the tortoise and the hare. The hare could just quit too early. He could have just ran across the finish line, but he decided to take a nap, and it cost him. So you got to be down for the ride to just keep on going, and if it's one bad week, it might mean the next week's going to be even better. If it's 2 bad weeks, it might mean the next thing is going to be better. Now, by all means, quit if it doesn't resonate with you anymore, if it's truly hopeless. But some things are too important to ever give up hope on. Like this lady I'm working with who bought my habit course. She's trying to quit smoking weed, and the problem with trying to quit smoking weed is she comes home, now she's alone with her thoughts, and she doesn't have a partner, and she's tried she's tried for years, and she's been hurt, and she's given up. But I'm telling her, and if that's you, I'm telling you, there's some things in life that are too important to give up on, and that the answer might be right around the corner. You don't know, so you just have to keep going. So if it's not important, you can quit, but if it's important to you, just keep going until you're successful. You're going to find gold eventually, and you might only be 12 inches away. You might have been 12 inches away and you never found out. That's the tragedy. In this case of the story, the next person came in and found, and the first person learned their lesson. But a lot of the times you don't know how close you actually were. You never got there. So I want you to get there. Okay? Comment down below if you're going to keep drilling. If you're going to keep going, comment down below. If you found this useful, share it, post it on social media, send it to someone who can use it. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that comment button. I appreciate you. Much love. And everybody say hi, Bubbles. Everybody say hi, Bubbles. Hey, Bubbles. Much love, fam. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.